Please be seated. I wanted to get a closer look at this. Gorgeous. I've had the privilege and honor to work side by side with Dr. Nelson for this year as a colleague. I've been able to observe her with her staff, with her teammates, with her community, and it has been a great privilege. Through those observations and speaking with a few individuals, she has been noted as a champion. So as those students run up to Dr. Nelson, they see her as someone who expects great things from them, as well as leads them and cares for them. She's a visionary. She knows how to transform a school, Bryant Elementary School, with her leadership and core knowledge, has taken and provided great direction to a school through high expectations and through a program that expects great things from students. She brought that to the school. Attendance is up. Students are excited. The waiting list at the school, there is a waiting list at the school, I should say, and it continues to grow, the school as a whole and the community. She perseveres and delights in the service to her school and to her community. I know that she had a great event with the Rose Garden Parade recently and is always thinking about how to engage her community. Her staff shares in the vision and the leadership of the school. She encourages that, and she's developing her staff as leaders, and that's could be an entire community that leads the school for the success of students. She summarizes the vision of her school through 3 words. That's engage, enrich, and empowerment. I want to congratulate Dr. Nelson, who also received her doctorate this year. It seems appropriate that we would recognize her and express our congratulations and appreciation for the service to Bryant Elementary School and Riverside Unified School District.
Thank you. You know, when people ask me what my career goal is, I tell them to make a difference. Something so extraordinary that one day it will be made into a movie. You know, I'm always inspired when I watch movies of real-life teachers who have made the world a better place. If you recall Dangerous Minds, Freedom Riders, Stand and Deliver, always wants me to be a better educator. But have you noticed that the images portrayed as principals in these movies are not quite the same? According to the old mnemonic spelling, the principal is your pal. But this is not how we are portrayed in pop culture. In fact, most fictional principals are anything but pals. A trip to the principal's office is seen as one of the most dreaded events for students, having to stand on the opposite side of the principal's desk while being scolded. A scene so terrorizing, it should be in a horror film. Unfortunately, apart from a few exceptions, most pop culture principals portray us as ineffective, baffling goofuses, or downright wicked witch-like. Principal Trumbull of the movie Matilda carries a riding crop instead of a broom, but rivals the nastiest of all fairy tale witches. She cackles, "My idea of a perfect school is one in which there are no children." Remember Mr. Rooney in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? He would do anything to catch his students playing sick, to the point of stalking them outside of the school day. Even my favorite children's book series, Miss Nelson is Missing, the principal, Mr. Blandsworth, is incapable of teaching the rigorous Common Core standards to Miss Nelson's class while she's away. But being a principal is more than monitoring student attendance. or managing a class when needed. It's more than completing a managerial task. Safety plan done? Check. Budget done? Check. Evaluations? Check. We do all these things, but that is not the sum of what we do. Principals are instructional leaders, mentor teachers, education visionaries, instructional and curriculum leaders, assessment experts, community builders, public relations experts, conflict resolvers, facility managers, budget analysts, child advocates, and disciplinarians. We may be like the stern Miss Slowski in kindergarten pop. She uses a bullhorn and a stopwatch to monitor fire drills. But she also is kind and patient as the undercover cop turned kindergarten teacher learns the ropes. Lean on Me is a movie about a real-life principal, Joe Clark. He exemplified the term tough love. He was not always the easiest on the teachers, but because of his hard work and dedication, he not only made a difference in the lives of his students, but also was able to boost their test scores to keep the government from taking over his school. Sometimes, as principals, we have to have crucial conversations to guide teachers to be the best teacher that they can be, so they can make a difference. In Mr. Holland's opus, the principal shares a morsel of truth with him. She says, "A teacher has two jobs: fill young minds with knowledge, yes, but more importantly, give those minds a compass so that knowledge doesn't go to waste." And then she lovingly calls him out and says, "Now, I don't know how you're doing with the knowledge, Mr. Holland, but as a compass, you're stuck." This led him to personal reflection, and he changed his course, making a difference in hundreds of students' lives. Sure, the job sometimes is difficult. Being a principal is a 24-hour-a-day job because school is constantly on our minds. But there's no greater reward. I'm honored to be among outstanding principals and educational leaders in RUSD. I have truly been blessed to serve in such an awesome district. For the past 4 years, I've had the great pleasure of working alongside one of the most talented and committed group of people as we've built Core Knowledge program at Bryant. What a magical experience it has been. I have a magnificent staff where everyone accepts his or her role, realizing our school's vision. So let's face it, I'll probably never have a blockbuster movie made about me, played by some nice-looking superstar, but nonetheless, I will always strive for continuous improvement by creating and sustaining a climate conducive of learning so that teachers can teach at their best, students can thrive, and magical moments can happen. At the end of each day, I ask myself, what have I done to make the world a better place today, to make a difference? How awesome it is to know that as educators, we not only make a difference in our students' lives, we can make the difference and inspire others by doing so. Thank you.